Why are the streets wet? Good nights, yeah, you do. Doing a night episode because I realized I haven't done a night episode since like episode 4 or 5. And that's just unacceptable. I love riding at night. It's literally one of my favorite times to ride. So thought I'd go ahead and shoot a quick vlog for you guys. So today's topic is office pranks. Now I have a good history of office pranks. It's one that I'm quite proud of. One of my favorite holidays is April Fool's Day because it gives me a reason to be the prankster I am and just put it off on, oh, it's April Fool's Day instead of I'm just an asshole. Oh, I need petrol. What are you doing, UPS guy? It's almost 9:30. Are you still working, sir? Working hard to get those packages to you. That's what their new jingle should be. I like that one better. Does UPS even have a jingle? I've always loved the smell of gasoline, ever since I was a kid. So this latest April Fool's Day was one of my most memorable and probably one of my best ones on record. Me and a co-worker, we both work night shift together. We had the great idea because at work our cubicles kind of like face back to back, kind of. So it kind of makes like a cube. I was halfway through that sentence before I realized how stupid it's gonna sound. Anyways, we decided let's make that cube into a room, but not just any room. Let's make it into a castle, but not just any castle. How about a Disney princess castle? So we built big cardboard walls and big towers on each corner for the pretty princesses, and it got a lot of attention. Not so much all of the positive attention, I guess you could say, because where I work, they put out a survey every month to kind of see, like, you know, are the employees happy and things like that, and at the end of it there's a little spot for people to type in like comments and stuff like that, and our castle specifically made it into some of those comments, so some people were upset, but I said, hey, that's pretty awesome if we do something so memorable that it makes on a survey. I took it as a compliment, really. That wasn't the only thing though, we did more. So inside that cubicle was my boss and then one of my co-workers. Well, what we did was we took everything on their desks and swapped them. So it was literally mirrored exactly. I took about 50 pictures to make sure that everything was in the exact same location, down to the quarters and dimes and stuff that they had on their desks. It was a proud moment. Now, my latest prank, I'm not going to say because a lot of it had to do with my coworker Scott. He did most of it. I just kind of came up with the idea. We have a rule that if you leave your computer unlocked, it's fair game, because we have a very strict policy that you're supposed to lock your computer every time you step away from it. So we kind of do it as a reminder of, hey, stop doing this because it's against the rules. But at the same time, I really don't care about the rules. I just want to make sure people get pranked. So the standard is change the desktop. Everyone does that. We got that taken care of. We also have a rule that whatever desktop is put on your desktop background has to stay there for 7 days from the date of it being changed. So you start off with the desktop always. And then a few months ago, we did the desktop, and then we copied all of his desktop icons and copy and paste them about 15 times or so. He has 3 monitors, and every single monitor was completely covered with icons. I mean, from top to bottom, left to right, completely covered. The worst part about that is, since they were copies of copies, they were legit shortcuts, and like they were slowing down his computer so much. Eventually he just ended up hiding them all because he said he doesn't use desktop icons. And I said, what are you, some type of animal? Who doesn't use desktop icons? That's weird. He just turned them off and kept them off. Well, this week we stepped our game up a little bit, and it's gonna be hard to top this one. So boss stepped away from his computer, left it unlocked. He was gone for a while, so We of course changed the background. We didn't do anything too severe. We unhid his icons and then copy and paste them a couple more times. And then we got into his Outlook. For those of you who don't know what Outlook is, it's like the email program that businesses use. So it's got the calendar, it's got pretty much, that's how all the email communications are done. It's through Outlook. It links up to Microsoft Word and Excel and stuff like that. Anyways, there is autocorrect options inside Outlook. And inside you can do completely custom autocorrects, just like you can on like iPhones and stuff like that. I'm assuming you're already kind of catching on to where this is going. So we picked 5 of the most commonly used words. It was like the, and, that, this, I mean, like words like that. And some of them we changed a lot, and some of them we changed very, very little. So like, for example, this, THIS, got changed to fish, FISH. And then I believe we changed that to dat with DA, like DAT, dat. And then some we just completely threw off, like, and we changed to apple. I believe it was the word no, N-O, we changed to hell yeah, let's party, in all caps. So he came back to his desk. This was about 3 or 4 o'clock. He came back to his desk, saw the desktop had changed, saw the icons. He's like, damn it, I can't believe it. And then we told him there was something else, but of course we're not going to tell him what we did. So he sits there and he's checking his calendar, making sure we didn't schedule anything for him, just checking all these things, and never finds out. Eventually he leaves for the day, which is a problem because we work nights, he works mornings, so he wasn't going to open his laptop again until the next morning, and that's when he has to answer all his emails and get on conference calls and things like that. So he's about to leave, so we start telling him like, hey, can you send me this? Can you send me that? Can you send an email for this? Like trying to get him to send a damn email so he sees what's wrong before he leaves. That way in the morning he's not caught off guard. Well, that doesn't happen at all. That is not how things go. He doesn't send us any emails. Everything we asked him to do, he just forwarded to us. Next morning at about, it was about 9 o'clock. He sends me and Scott a message. It says, I need this fixed now. And I was like, oh crap, he's pissed. So I get online and I find like the step-by-step on how to undo things and how to put it back to normal. And I screenshot it and I'm about to send it to him. And I said, let's see how pissed off he actually is. So I start screwing with him. And I respond back with, hell yeah, let's party. And then he responds back with, he knows how to take a joke. That's why we prank him so much, is he's our boss and we respect him and everything, but he can take a joke and he appreciates a well thought out prank like this. He fixes a couple of them that he had found. Hours later, I'm still getting text messages like, oh my god, how many did you guys change? And I never told him how to fix it. He starts sending us messages. He sent one where he's like, really, Apple? And I responded back with, no thank you, I prefer Samsung. Just completely trolling him. What are you doing? Just completely trolling him to the point where he's just really getting upset. And then he tags us in a Facebook post of like how he's gonna fire us and there's some positions open and everything like that. And everyone comments like, oh my god, that's hilarious, because he pretty much told the story. That is one thing I am gonna miss about this job if I do end up leaving, is I really do like the team I work with. I love the people I work with. They can take jokes. I mean, it's pretty much like best case scenario because they are capable of doing their jobs. They can do their jobs well, but at the same time you can make jokes with them, you can talk to them about, you know, personal stuff and, you know, non-work related issues, but at the end of the day still get the job done. And I mean, you can't really ask for a better work environment than that. So guys, tell me down in the comments, what is your best office prank that you have ever pulled off or seen pulled off in your place of employment? And I want to do lights in my trees like that. I just think that's so cool, like have them all lit up. Well guys, that's it for me tonight. Hope you guys had an awesome day. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.